Welcome, fellow sporters of every kind. I'm Bryce, and whether you're a player, a watcher, or someone who just wants to know what's going on, Cspn is the place for you. But with our introductions out of the way, let's pitch ourselves into this week's edition of Cspn. Starting off with this being the week of fall break, we only have one event to look forward to, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. But that event is none other than football. But be careful because unlike the normal Friday night lights, this week the Chieftains will take on Putnam City as the sun begins to fade on Thursday. The theme for this game will be the ever-famous whiteout, so show out brighter than those stadium lights and blind Ponca City so that they can't play. Now, since this game is kind of far away, we at Chieftain TV are now providing you the ability to watch every game from the comfort of your own home. We will be streaming all football games now, home or away, and if it is away and you still want to feel that kick of stadium pulse, Waypoint Lounge here in Sapulpa will be showing the away games, including this one. Now, since fall break will impede our production schedule, allow me to inform you of the following week's athletics since there will be no edition of CSPN or the main news next week. Starting off, once again, everyone's favorite word, football, takes on PC North here at Collins Stadium as the crowd scares the competition away with their best Halloween attire. Then, that Saturday the 26th at 12, the cross-country boys and girls will compete in the 5A East regional tournament. So, make sure to wish our runners good luck. And with that, let's head off to our recap and next game preview to see some big moments from before and hear who we should look out for in our upcoming game. Thanks, Bryce. I'm Bryce, your professional, totally unbiased analyst. Now, let's talk football. We've had a few exciting games over the past couple of weeks, and we'll start with homecoming. First off, a belated congratulations to Taylor Miller for being crowned homecoming queen, and congratulations to all our attendants who made the court. Now, the most exciting football game possibly of all time, maybe next to that of me defeating the best player in my fantasy football league, unfolded directly after this. Sapulpa started the game with an 80-yard kickoff return touchdown by future Ledbetter. Then Levi Jensen made a massive 48-yard touchdown run, really building his name on this Chieftain team with huge shoes to fill after Marco Smith graduated last year. And if our run game wasn't already scary enough, Blake Hurt made another big run for 37 yards to the house. One last big play to note from this game is Dakota Cheney's 42-yard punt return for a touchdown. Now, there are many more plays from this exciting game, but unfortunately, my producers have told me I have to keep this video under 15 minutes, so we can't mention every single one. But, thanks to these plays, the Chieftains took down Capitol Hill 68-12. But just when you thought things couldn't get more exciting for the Chieftain football team, they hit the road and traveled to Bartlesville for what I believe to be the most exciting football game of all time, even topping my 5th grade recess football highlights. And what I just said earlier. The first play we would like to mention is another big play by Levi Jensen, who took the ball 76 yards on a light jog to the house. Then Blake Hurt helped to keep the Chieftains in the game on a crucial 3rd and goal catch in overtime for the touchdown. Future Ledbetter also had the game-winning touchdown catch from Braddox Broughton. And now that I've mentioned him, let's talk about Braddox for a moment. We saw Braddox get a good feel for the pocket here in this game, passing for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns. We also can't forget to mention the crucial interception made by Deuce Glazier at the end of the game to help send the game into overtime, in which the Chieftains would take down Bartlesville 35-28. Highlight videos for both of these games will be released in the coming days, so stay aware for that. Speaking of being aware, here are some key players to watch out for in this week's upcoming game on the road. First, I would be on the watch for Levi Jensen after several outstanding weeks, as we just mentioned, managing to create big plays week after week. He is a big name to keep an eye on the field. Right behind him is Blake Hurt, as they work together to keep the Chieftains' run game strong and a mighty threat to whoever they play. Next, we've seen Braddox Broughton gain his footing on this Chieftains team over the last few weeks, with Bartlesville being the first time we really saw Braddox get comfortable in the pocket and throw some absolute dots to keep the Chieftains in the lead for the entirety of the first 4 quarters and ultimately deliver the final passing play to give the Chieftains the win in double overtime. Finally, future Ledbetter and Julian Vess keeps the Chieftains a strong multi-purpose team, making sure the defense must be split between passing defense and also looking out for the run, as they have an exceptional ability to get open downfield. And we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't keep an eye on some of our defensive players. The Chieftains' defense is one of the strongest in the state right now, thanks to players such as Thaddeus Peterson, who is coming off of a surgery which caused him to be inactive for the majority of last season. But he is making up for that in his senior season, as we've seen for sure. Sequoia Hall and Deuce Glazier play great coverage downfield on the opposing team's receivers, breaking up passes and always keeping the opposing QB scared to throw the ball in their direction. Now, as Bob Ross used to say, the old clock on the wall tells me we're almost out of time. There are many more names we could mention, but we must save some for our future editions. So, enjoy the games and turn out to support your fellow chieftains. And until next time, stay classy, Sapulpa.